Good morning, everyone. My name is Catherine. I am with Lehigh Valley Center for Independent Living, and this is our Friday information independent living skills session. Sorry. Before I introduce Larissa, quick visual description. I am a white female in my mid-30s. I have shoulder length black hair I'm wearing down, and it's a little curly today. And I have on a navy blue top with a floral print on it. And I am coming to you from our office here at LVCIL in downtown Allentown. Like to welcome Larissa and thank her for being with us today. Larissa is a yoga instructor from the Lovely Little Lotus, and we'll hear a little bit more about her in a few moments. Just some logistics for today. We are going to record today's session. So we invite all of our attendees to turn their cameras on if they feel comfortable. We also respect that you may want to practice these exercises with your camera off today. Captions are available through Zoom, so you can click on the CC live transcript and show subtitles to turn them on. We do have ASL interpreters with us today, and we will spotlight them so they're visible for everyone throughout our yoga session today. This presentation, like all of our independent living sessions, is participatory, meaning we want to hear from you. So join in the conversation. And especially today, our time together, we are going to be physically participating, but we want you to be safe and to be healthy. So please feel confident in knowing that what you need to do, and if you need to pause and rejoin the session, that is okay. If you need to step away, turn off your camera. If you need to modify things to fit your needs, please be comfortable in doing that. Chat is available for posting questions or reactions or comments throughout the presentation. I will monitor that, and we will pause during our presentation for questions, and we will leave time at the end as well. So again, I'd like to welcome Larissa. Larissa is the owner and founder of the Lovely Little Lotus. She has been practicing yoga, meditation, and mindfulness for 24 years. She took her first class in 1998 while fulfilling a gym requirement in college. She then became hooked, not just by the physical practice, but also with the way yoga helped her body, mind, and soul feel both on the but also the way yoga helped her body, mind, and soul feel both on and off the mat. Larissa is a 500-hour registered yoga teacher who has trained all over the world with a specialty in trauma-informed movement that is accessible to all ages and abilities. Larissa currently teaches all over the Lehigh Valley and beyond. When she isn't sharing her love of yoga with others, she is a wife, mom of 3 boys, professor, and mental health and special needs advocate. So again, welcome to Larissa, and I will turn our time over to you.
Thank you so much for allowing me to be here today. I'll give a little brief visual description of what I am and where I am today. So I'm a white female. I have my hair up in a bun. I'm wearing a gray sweatshirt, and I have green pants on. And I'm just backing myself up a little bit away from the screen for a moment. And I'm sitting on a black chair. That black chair is on top of a blue yoga mat. And that mat is propped up a little bit against a white background on a white wall. I am calling in today from Macungie, Pennsylvania, and I am so happy to be with you today. So for today, we will be moving a bit, and all of these movements are optional. So as I guide us through this practice, take each movement as it feels best and most comfortable to you in your space, in your body, and wherever you're practicing in this moment. You don't need a yoga mat. You don't even really need a chair. You could be in an assistive device. You could be sitting on perhaps even an edge of your bed or a couch. Any place that feels best for you that provides a comfortable seat and a supportive seat from wherever you are in this moment. This is why I love this practice, because it can be done pretty much anywhere, anytime. Nothing extra or fancy is needed to do it. So that said, we'll get started. And for today, and as we start to take a moment to invite ourselves to ground all together here in our space today, the option for you is to maybe find a little bit of ease in your seat. So from wherever you are, perhaps if you were sitting maybe more upright, maybe leaning a little bit back in your seat, maybe your seat is already providing that sense of support behind you, in which case stay exactly where you are. And as you're here, we'll take the next few moments to ground together. We'll do some upper body movements. We'll perhaps do some lower body movements. And depending on what you're working with today, as we're doing upper and lower body, even listening and or watching from our interpreter what I'm saying and or doing, you're able to bring to mind the visualizations in your mind. And there's really powerful studies that say that even as we're visualizing things we may not be able to physically do in this moment, you're still getting the benefit of that practice. You're actually still creating gray matter in your brain, which is so cool. So if you think about it, you're getting smarter by being here in this moment today. And I'm so grateful for this practice for that reason. So from wherever you are, take the next few moments and just allow yourself to be exactly where you are. Invite yourself to check in with where your feet may be resting in this moment. Noticing any support that's underneath your feet, either from the earth, your seat, your shoes, anything around you that's supporting you underneath the soles of your feet. And then guiding your attention slowly to your seat from wherever you're sitting in this moment. Noticing the support that's underneath your seat. Inviting your seat to feel perhaps a little heavier in this moment. Knowing there's support beneath you to hold you up exactly where you are. You don't need to change or alter a thing. Check in perhaps to notice the support that might be behind you, behind your back body. Could be the comfort of where you're resting in this moment. Again, with that reminder that what is behind you is there to support you in any moments and at all times. And then maybe perhaps noticing where your arm or your hand or your arms or your hands are resting in this moment. Gently shifting your attention a bit toward where your head and your neck are resting. Noticing the support that might be behind your head or your neck. Perhaps it's just the support provided by your shoulders in this moment. The shoulders gently providing that support for our head and our neck. And then we'll take 3 rounds of what I call elevator breath. It's one of my favorite breath work practices to do. And the way this breath works is you'll take a moment, and you'll kind of fill up your breath from wherever you are. And then as you exhale, take a moment and imagine any weight draining from the top of your head all the way through the muscles of your face down to your chin. Take another breath in. And as you take your breath out, imagine any weight draining from your chin all the way through the muscles of your neck down to your shoulders, inviting your shoulders to feel lighter and closer toward the earth or toward your seat. Taking another big breath in. Taking a moment to drain any weight from the shoulders all the way through the torso to your seat as you breathe out. One more big breath in. As you exhale here, imagine any weight draining from your seat all the way down and into the earth beneath you. So any extra weight, any things in your mind that you may have been carrying are now sort of underneath the space where we are, gently guiding themselves away. And imagine in this moment that we have arrived. So the elevator doors gently open into our time together today. And today's morning practice is dedicated to the idea of perhaps breathing in the words, I am, and breathing out the word peace. So as we arrive in this moment, doors are opening. Take a moment breathing in the words, I am, breathing out the word peace. And you can return to those words at any time today and invite them back into your practice. You can say them at any period of time when perhaps you're not feeling at ease. I am peace. And the more we say those words to ourselves, the more it allows ourselves to feel that way, perhaps more peaceful or more calm in moments when we may not always feel that way. So now that we open up the doors to arrive to our practice from exactly where we are in this moment, I'll invite you to perhaps take a moment and, if it feels supportive for you, maybe sitting a bit more upright. And from wherever you are seated, just take a pause here. Perhaps release one arm, maybe releasing the other arm down towards your sides, letting your fingertips gently reach toward the earth. And draw the shoulders a little bit away from the ears. Awesome. Taking a breath in here. Take a moment and let's shrug the shoulders a bit toward the ears. Big breath in. Exhale. Let that go. We'll do that 2 more times. Big breath in. Exhale. Let that go. Beautiful. 1 more time. Big breath in. Shoulders shrug toward the ears. Exhale to let that go. Awesome. Breathing in here, take a moment to just lean a little bit toward the right hand side. Maybe draw the right fingertips a little bit more toward the earth, perhaps even just drawing that right shoulder a little bit more toward the earth. Awesome. Inhale to come all the way back up to center. Let's lean or dip toward a little bit the left-hand side. And as you do this, maybe you notice some opening a little bit on whichever side body we're working with today. We'll take that a few more rounds of breath. Inhale back to center. Exhale, dip toward the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, dip toward the left. Awesome, coming all the way back to center. One more time to each side, dipping a little bit toward the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to dip a little bit to the left. Awesome. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Option here to visualize these movements again, or to begin to reach your arms out to the sides as far up as you would like. And maybe reach the fingertips a little bit toward the sky. Awesome. As you exhale, reaching the fingertips and the arms gently down to either side. And we're going to repeat that 2 more times. And again, the power of visualization works beautifully here. So breathing in, almost like imagining that you're catching the sun with your hands. And as you exhale, gently release the fingertips back down toward the sides. One last time, inhale, reaching the arms out to the sides, catching the sun. And as you exhale, release the arms gently down. On your next breath in, take a moment to reach your arms perhaps back where they were a moment ago. Maybe you're catching that sun again. And as you exhale, soften the right arm down toward the right side body. Maybe lean just a tad toward the right. And again, only so far as it feels comfortable and as far as you feel supportive in this shape. We're opening up a little bit of extra room to breathe along that left side body. Awesome. Inhale, reach both arms all the way back up to the sky. As you exhale, soften the left hand down by your side body. Left fingertips reach toward the earth. Bend a little bit toward the left. And as you do this, maybe you're opening up a little bit of extra room to breathe on the right side body. And your hands and your arms can be in this movement, or maybe you're just taking this movement side to side, just like we were a moment ago. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Take both arms reaching to the sky or visualizing that action. And as you exhale, soften your arms gently down into your lap. Maybe you notice the arms perhaps might feel a little bit sore or a little bit more heavy. And as you land here, palms can rest in your lap, but start to draw some circles with your shoulders. Shoulders move forward and up, down and back. It's almost like you're making or drawing circles with your shoulders in the sky. Awesome. And then as you feel ready, option to take those circles in the opposite direction. Shoulder circles. We tend to carry a lot of our weight and tension in our shoulders. We can be feeling a sense of ease perhaps as we release some of that weight or tension there. And then take a moment to gently draw the shoulders again away from the ears. We'll pause here. We'll invite a breath in. And as you exhale, take your right ear and dip it a little bit toward your right shoulder. So we opened up our side body, and this time we're opening up the side of our neck. Awesome. Inhale, take a moment, bring yourself all the way back to center. As you exhale, left ear toward left shoulder, any amount. It won't touch, but it can gently perhaps reach a little bit toward that shoulder. This time opening up the opposite side of your neck. Inhale gently all the way back to center. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, dip your chin toward your heart just a bit. Inhale gently back to center. Pausing here. We're going to take a moment to repeat that a bit. So fingertips gently reach down by your sides. Take a moment to land here. Visualize where we are all landing in this moment. And on your inhale, reach perhaps the arms to the sky or gently turn your gaze toward the sky. Awesome. As you exhale, left arm comes down to the left side, almost like you're dipping your hands gently toward the earth here. And take that side bend, this time to the left-hand side first. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Maybe the left arm meets the right arm, reaching toward the sky. As you exhale, take a moment to dip the right arm down, almost like you're dipping your fingers into like a little stream or something beneath you. Inhale, reach both arms all the way back up. Take a moment to slowly release the hands all the way back down into the lap. Shoulder circles again here, but if you took your shoulder circles with the shoulders moving forward and up, maybe reverse that. So take that in the opposite direction. Maybe the shoulders go back, up, and forward. And again, this is all very much dependent on how you're feeling. So take those shoulder circles in any way that feels best for you today. A few rounds of breath just like that. Taking the shoulders and moving them in any direction. Awesome. And then on your next out breath, take a moment to soften the shoulders gently away from the ears. We'll take another breath in here. As you exhale, let's take the left ear toward the left shoulder this time. First. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Inhale gently back to center. Chin goes gently towards your heart as you take your next out breath. Inhale to gently bring your gaze back up towards me. We'll begin to take some what we call seated cat-cows here. And for seated cat-cows, the way that this works is the hands gently rest on your lap or in your seat or wherever feels best for you. And on your inhale, it's almost like you're shining your heart a little bit forward, maybe arching into your back a bit. And as you take your next exhale, you're rounding into the back body. Your chin draws towards your heart. And we'll take a few rounds just like that. Inhale, take a moment, heart shines forward. Exhale, round into the back body, gently drawing the chin toward the heart. Inhale, heart shines forward. Exhale, round into the back body. Inhale one more time, heart shines forward. Exhale to gently round into the back body. Inhale to slowly come back through center. We'll take a twist here. And this is a very gentle twist, but again, only taking it from wherever it feels best for you. On your next breath in, take a breath in here. And as you exhale, just turn your gaze toward the right-hand side. So the chin gently goes toward the right. And maybe you take a moment to bring your left arm onto the right leg, or maybe you're just turning your heart toward the right-hand side. Lots of different layers and lots of different shapes that we can find. Inhale to gently come back to center. Take a pause here. As you exhale, this time you're turning your head toward the left-hand side. Any amount. Maybe your heart starts to follow. Maybe the right hand comes toward the left leg. Inhale back to center. take a pause here. We'll take a moment, reaching our arms down toward the sides. Fingertips reach toward the earth. As you take your breath in, arms reach all the way up. As you take your breath out, soften the arms gently down by your sides. 2 more times, just like that. Breathing in, perhaps the arms reach to the sky. Maybe you're visualizing this movement. Exhale to reach your arms gently down toward the opposite sides. And one last time, breathing in, 1 arm, 2 arm reaches to the sky, and gently breathing out. Awesome. We'll take a moment to take our cat-cows again, and then our twists, but leading with the left-hand side this time. Take a breath in here, shine your heart forward. As you exhale, round into the back body, chin draws to your heart. Inhale, take a moment, shine your heart forward. Exhale, round into the back body, chin draws to your heart. Inhale, heart shines forward. Exhale, round into the back body. Chin draws to heart. Inhale to come back up through center. Take a pause here. Take a moment to fill up your breath. As you exhale, this time turn your head toward the left-hand side a bit first. Maybe your heart starts to turn a little bit toward the left-hand side, and then maybe the right hand follows. So taking this twist toward the left first, and all these different layers, depending on where we are situated in this moment. Inhale, bring your gaze all the way back through center. Take a moment to recenter yourself. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, turn your gaze this time. Head turns to the right. Maybe you're stopping here. Perhaps the heart follows a little bit to the right. And maybe the left hand perhaps finds something on the right hand side of your seat. Awesome. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Readjust through center. We're going to give a little bit of love to the lower body here. And just as I said before, if as we're working through this, you're visualizing what's happening, feel free to do that. And if you've been visualizing the upper body, perhaps now this is an opportunity for you to start moving through the lower body, working with wherever we are this morning. And as you're here, the option here is to slide your foot kind of out in front of you. I'm gonna start on my right side first. Let's start with whatever foot you're working with today. And maybe you point through the right toes and maybe you flex the toes back. So a gentle pointing, a gentle flexing. Awesome. Gentle point, gentle flex. A few more times pointing, a few more times flexing. And for me, you can keep that heel on the ground. You can let it be in your seat. Anything works. We're just sort of waking up the feet from wherever they are in this moment on this Friday morning. And then on your next breath in, option to make a circle with your ankle. And when I work with some folks, sometimes we're needing to manually sort of move ourselves. And if that's the case and you're working with your right side, you also have the option to take your right ankle and place it on top of your left thigh, if that feels best, and move and manually move your foot here. So take what feels best for wherever you're at and make those circles from any space that works for you. And if you're circling out your ankle in your mind, knowing that these circles actually provide a lot of goodness to our whole body, whether it's circling out the wrists or the feet. And then take a pause from that movement. Slide that foot right back where it came. We'll give a little bit of love to the left side for a moment. On your next breath in, maybe you're sliding the left foot out a bit in front of you. That left heel can stay on the earth. It can be lifted. Sometimes I even grab the sides of my clothing to give a little bit of a lift to this leg. So just again, feel support of your seat and come to point through the left toes and flex, pointing and flexing. Gentle point, gentle flex. A few more times, just like that. And then as you're ready, maybe you're making those circles with your ankle. Same option is to keep the foot here or to perhaps lift that left ankle on top of the right thigh if that feels best. It's almost like you're drawing a circle with your toes and the sky or the earth. You take those circles in the opposite direction. Awesome. And then take a moment to slide the left foot back in if you had stretched that foot out. We're gonna do the same thing with our wrists for a moment. So circle out the wrists. And there's a lot of perhaps feelings that you might feel as you're taking these circles, or even sounds that you might hear in these moments if that's accessible to you today. So circling out through the wrists, maybe even opening and closing the fingers. Awesome. Few rounds of breath. Inhale, open, spread through the fingers. Exhale to close through the fingers. Inhale, open, spread, almost like you're waving at me. Exhale to gently close. Inhale, open, spread through the fingers. Exhale to gently close. And then maybe just shake the hands out a little bit. Take a moment, give them a little bit of love. Awesome. And then we'll take a pause here. On your next breath in, we'll return back to the lower body for a moment. The option here is to either take a hold of the clothing. So for me, I'm kind of grasping onto the pant legs, or to very gently begin to lift the right heel up off the earth. It's kind of like you're pressing the toes into the earth, and then lower that back down. Inhale to lift the right heel up. Exhale to lower. Good job. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. One more time. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Last option here is to stay with that, the lifting of the heel or the foot and lowering it down, or to gently lift the right knee a little bit up and lower the right knee down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Awesome. 2 more times just like that, breathing in. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. One more time. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. So my students call the next thing a shimmy. I don't know how to describe it other than the knees are kind of moving a little bit forward and back. Your upper body might be swaying a little bit. This is our hip shimmy. Big fan of this movement in most of my classes of all ages and abilities. So very gently, maybe just swaying the shoulders, maybe swaying the knees, and then pausing. We'll do the same thing on the left side that we just did on the right. Option to perhaps take a hold of the outer edges of your clothing. And as you're here, maybe you're just lifting the left heel up and exhale to lower. Lifting the left heel, exhale to lower. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. One more time, inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Option to stay with that, or on your next in-breath, maybe we're lifting a little bit, bending into this left knee and lifting the whole left foot up, just a little bit. Exhale to lower that down. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Awesome. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. One more time, inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Awesome. From here, Take that little swaying action. Maybe the shoulders sway a little bit side to side. Maybe the arms are following. Maybe the hips, maybe the knees are following. I have students that like to do the hula here or do a wave. Any movements that you want, make this practice your own here, whatever feels best. It's okay to giggle. It's okay to sort of invite yourself to take a moment and not take ourselves so seriously sometimes. And then when we pause, we'll come back into a little bit of a combination movement. So combining the upper into the lower. And the way that this is going to work is on your next in-breath, maybe you're taking your right fingertips and reaching the fingertips down toward the earth. And then maybe as you breathe in, you're taking a moment and sliding this left foot forward just a bit. Toes can be pointed or flexed. And then take a moment here. You may wish to reach the right arm alongside the right cheek or the right ear. And then lower that arm down. If you lifted it, slide the left foot back in. And we'll switch sides. This time, the left arm goes down by the left side. It's almost like the left fingertips are dipping downward. Slide the right leg out, perhaps. Right foot can be flexed or pointed. Maybe we're staying here. Or perhaps we're lifting the left fingertips to the sky. Big breath in. Big breath out. We call that our proud stance, or proud warrior stance. So take a moment to slide the right foot back in if you had extended it. Both hands onto your lap. We'll take a big breath in here. Shine the heart forward, our seated cat-cows. As you exhale, round into the back body. Chin draws to your heart. Inhale, shine the heart forward. Exhale to round back in. Inhale, shine the heart forward. Exhale, round into the back body. Maybe chin draws to your heart. Inhale, come back through center. Take a pause here. We'll take that same proud warrior moment, but we'll lead with the left hand side first this time. So this time, as you take a breath in, you're releasing those left fingertips perhaps toward the earth. Maybe you're sliding the right heel forward a little bit in front of you. You can have the right toes pointed or flexed. Maybe on your inhale, you're reaching the right fingertips to the sky. The left fingertips to the sky. Take a moment here, breathing in. Option here to bring the right fingertips to the sky also. Big breath in, almost like you're holding the sun between your hands or visualizing holding that sun between your hands. Exhale, lower the right arm, lower the left arm. Maybe slide this right leg back in. Take a moment to sway a little bit side to side. Do the hula. Do any movements. I've gotten the wave a few times in classes. They're like, yes. Whatever it is, I would invite you to take a moment to feel easeful and peaceful, and then take a moment to pause. We'll do the exact same thing, maybe adding on those little bit of extras on the other side. So this time, it'll take a moment and release the right fingertips toward the earth. Maybe slide the left foot out. The left foot can be pointed or flexed, that left heel, perhaps a little bit in front of where it's currently. And maybe the right arm comes alongside the right cheek, right ear. Pause here. Perhaps reaching the opposite arm, the left arm toward the sky. Big breath in, proud warrior stance, almost like you're grabbing onto that sun, channeling the peace that comes, knowing the sun is rising and setting every single day. Exhale, take a moment to release the right arm down. Release the left arm down. Perhaps slide that left foot back in if you had lifted it out. Hands can come into lap if they're not already there. Heart shines forward, maybe gently. Finding a little bit of opening all along that whole front body as you exhale, round into the back body. Chin can draw towards your heart. Inhale, heart shines forward any amount. Exhale, round into the back body. Chin draws to your heart. Inhale, come back up through center. Take a pause here. We have one more thing to do here. And as you're here, we'll take a moment to perhaps reach the arms into almost like a T shape out to the sides. Right arm goes maybe a little bit out to the right, left arm goes a little bit out to the left. And they can be lower. The arms do not have to be in line with the shoulders. Perhaps the fingertips are reaching a little bit downward. So what we're doing here is we're taking a big breath in. We're shining our heart forward. As you exhale, you're rounding into the back body, but option to give yourself a hug here. Our body does not recognize when we're giving ourselves a hug or someone else is hugging us. Awesome. Inhale, arms come back where they started, either in that T shape or out to the sides, any amount. Heart shines a little bit forward. It's just like our seated cat-cows. And as you exhale, round into the back body, chin draws to your heart. Give yourself a hug. Inhale, come back up. We're going to repeat that 2 more times. Exhale, gentle hug. Maybe arms wrap a little bit around. Inhale, bring the arms back into this T or whatever variation. Heart shines forward. Exhale, rounding that in. Chin draws to your heart. Giving yourself a gentle hug. And then on your next inhale, you can release the arms gently down to your sides. We'll take a pause here. We're going to create it's almost like a tree shape, but in our seats. And the way our tree shape is, we kind of worked our way up to this particular shape, this being our very last shape before we take a pause and find a moment of rest. As you take your breath in, you'll slide the right leg a little bit out, and maybe the right heel is resting on the earth. Maybe the right toes are pointed or flexed or just at ease. The toes don't even have to be active here. You can just allow them to be easeful. And then this left leg, you'll take a moment here, and maybe you'll take this left knee a little bit out toward the left-hand side. And as you're here, maybe you're sliding the left foot a little bit closer toward where the right leg is. This is our tree shape. And if you were doing this in any other way, you would take a moment and notice a little bit of opening in that left knee. So trees are tall. They're strong. They can even be smaller trees that are equally as strong, proud. But there's this sense of strength that comes as you look at trees. And just knowing that the sun is beaming down on the trees and providing the sense of peace and energy and life. So as you're here, you can take a moment, you can keep the arms resting on your front body. You can bring your hands to your heart, maybe resting one hand on top of the other hand. And just pausing in this peaceful tree shape. Maybe bringing those words back, breathing in the words, I am. Breathing out the word peace. And then when you're ready, we'll take a moment to gently release our hands back to where they started. You can bring the left knee back in line, perhaps with the left ankle if you had moved it. Slide the right foot back in so it's underneath a little bit here of your seat. Take a pause here. We'll take 3 rounds of that heart hug breath that we just did a moment ago. So as you're ready, arms come out either into a T or gently down to either side. Heart shines a little bit forward. As you exhale, give yourself a hug around into your back body. Take a moment, chin draws to your heart. Inhale to come all the way back up, arms back into a T. You're down by your sides. Either way, the heart shining gently forward. Exhale, give yourself a great big hug. Inhale to gently come back up to center. Release the arms slowly down to your sides. We'll take our tree on the opposite side this time. And if you're working mainly with one side, you can just take the same side again. If you would like to, this time perhaps we're sliding our left leg a little bit out. Maybe the left heel is resting in its place. Left toes can be easeful. You can point or flex the toes. This is totally up to you and where you are in this moment. And then as you're ready, just take a moment to gently begin to open the right knee a little bit out, a little bit to the right hand side. Maybe slide the right foot a little bit closer toward the left leg. So it's a little bit of an opening along the right hip and along the right knee. We sort of prepared and warmed ourselves up for this. So pausing here, this is your tree. Maybe the hands stay resting on the trunk of your tree. Maybe you take the arms almost like the branches of your tree and rest the hands on your heart, channeling all this strength and energy. Last time we channeled it from the sun into the tree, and this time we'll channel it from the earth all the way through the roots of that tree. Breathing in that sense of peace and strength. And community. Knowing those roots intermingle with lots of other roots of trees all around it. That makes the trees into this beautiful community. Just like the Lehigh Valley LVCIL is this beautiful community that you have around you. Supporting you, being there for you. We'll take one big breath in, saying the words, I am. And then one breath out, perhaps saying silently the words, peace. Awesome. Slide the hands gently back from wherever they came. If you had been working in your tree shape, can slide the feet and the legs right back into the same space that they started or began at. If you were visualizing your tree, take a moment to gently invite a release of that visualization. And we're going to take the next few moments to find another place of rest. So in our classes, we have this final pause in our shapes, and you could stay seated exactly where you are for this. Or if you happen to have a couch or a bed or someplace that you would like that you would find even more rest in around you, you could safely arrive to, I welcome you to do that. If you're staying in your seat or any assistive device that you're in, take a moment to pause and find that same place that we began our time together at today. And then consider the whole journey that we went on from the beginning of our class until now. We wanted to arrive at a moment of peace. We enabled ourselves to we may have been visualizing portions of those movements. And those visualizations are equally as powerful as the movements themselves. So as you're taking a moment to find this place of rest, maybe you're bringing to mind a place that feels restful for you. Maybe that is a place that is most familiar and comfortable for you. A place where you feel safe, peaceful, and at ease. I invite you to bring to mind that space and that place. As you rest here for the next few moments, maybe inviting and breathing in the words, I am. And breathing out the word peace. And letting that peaceful sensation sort of gently cascade over your whole being, removing any tension, starting at the roots of your tree, around your feet and your ankles, your knees, and your hips. Perhaps let the lower body be very easeful and effortless. And then gently inviting that same ease, the arms and the hands, the front body, the back body, the shoulders, the neck, all the muscles of your face. Invite yourself to arrive at this place and space of peace and calming for the next few moments. And since you happen to be practicing in the spaces where you are, if you would like to continue to rest, please do so. You can gently back my voice out and remain where you are. If you're choosing to start to gently close our time together today, taking a moment perhaps to very gently begin to invite some movement into the arms or the fingers, the feet or the toes, maybe a wiggle in the hips, maybe that gentle swaying somewhere in the upper body. Perhaps deepening your breath, coming back into the space and the room together. And I'll invite us to, if you're choosing to close here, invite one hand perhaps to your heart and the other hand to your heart, or let your mind rest on your heart space as you gently bow your head toward your heart. Thanking yourselves for taking time out to move and to breathe and be mindful, and taking this into the rest of your Friday morning. It's such an honor to have practiced with you. I hope to return in the future. Thank you all so very much, and I wish you so much peace for the rest of your Friday. I'm going to visually move my way back to the computer. Thank you.